everybody, it's Army Princess here and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you all who are watching me for the very first time, I am a U.S. Army soldier. I love to share my experiences with you all through my YouTube channel. So if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and leave them below. But make sure you check out my description box and make sure you check out my playlist before you ask any questions, because I get questions all the time that I have to re-answer all the time because people aren't reading. So I have lots of playlists. I have compiled my videos into playlists. There's a military 10 for 10. You definitely want to check that out. I have my military 101, I think it is, or basic training 101, and then my fan favorites. I got a bunch of stuff, y'all, about military. So most of my questions are military questions. And make sure you check out my playlist. Just read the titles before you ask a question because it may have already been answered. With that being said, I am doing this video with little baby Gavin here. So if you hear noises, that's him drinking his bottle. But I wanted to make sure I got this video out because I have gotten a few emails over the past few weeks about picking a job. And I like to answer questions that I get a lot of because that means a lot of people are wondering the same thing. And so with that being said, I'm going to talk about the best jobs for females. Now, I want to put this out. I want to caveat. I want to put this out. I want to make sure it is known because somebody's going to give me some dirty comments down in my comment section and say, anybody can do any job and I don't like this and I don't do that and I'm an all-American woman. Let me just say, any job in the military can be done by anybody as long as you meet the qualifications. So if you're physically able, if you're mentally able, if you feel in your head that you can do that job and it's open for you to choose, you can pick that job. The only reason why I titled it the way I titled it is because people are asking me, and a lot of females in general are asking me what jobs I think are best for them. There is no way for me to let you know what job is best for you. One, I've never met you, and one, you may like things that I don't like, or you may not like things that I like. So it's hard for me to answer that question for you all, but these are my opinions on my job, on the jobs that I feel are the best jobs for females. I also want to put this out that the list doesn't pertain to just females. Anybody can use this to determine the best job for them. I just wanted to put it out because I'm a female, and I know if I was a female joining the military, which is a predominantly male force, I would want to pick the best job for me. So let's talk about the different types of females, because this is a reason why I can't answer the question for you through your email. There are probably more than two different types of females, but I'm just going to categorize it and generalize it and say there are two types of females. There are pretty girl females, which I consider myself. I'm the girly girl, pretty girl female. I don't like to get dirty. I don't like to sweat. I don't like to do too much physical activity if I don't have to. And then there are the females who don't mind, that don't mind getting out down in the trenches and getting dirty, that don't mind getting a mechanical job, that don't mind being an infantry shooter. So those are the two categories that I put you in. Based off those two categories, there are jobs that are more fitting for the girly girl or more fitting for the person who is not girly girl. We'll just name that category that. Any and all jobs in the military can deploy. So I also get that question, well, which job doesn't deploy? If you're thinking about joining the military, let me just say this real quick. If you are thinking about joining the military, you need to know that any and every job can deploy, and probably is a good chance that it will deploy at some point in time. So I want you all to keep that in mind when you're picking out a job. There's no job that won't ever deploy. There are jobs that maybe deploy more often than others, and I'm going to talk about it on my list, but I want to start out by saying that every and any job can and may deploy. So let's get into my top picks for female jobs. These are my top pick jobs for females, and like I said, this is my opinion, my top pick. If you go to somebody else, they may have a different top pick, but my top pick is medical, military intelligence, IT, so something dealing with computers and technology, and then logistics or supply. Now there's a reason why I chose these top categories for females specifically. And like I said, I want you to remember, keep it in your head if you're a male and you're watching this, that anybody can do these jobs. This is just my pick for females, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just females. So I chose these jobs because when I give people advice on picking a job, I want you to pick a job that you're going to consider doing long term. Oftentimes, recruiters will try to give you the first option that's available, which is not always the best option, or they'll give you options that have big bonuses, like truck drivers, 88 Mike. Those are the jobs that people don't want to do. That's why they have big bonus, because they're trying to entice you into doing those jobs. So I am, depending on the times, I'm sometimes skeptical about when people tell me, oh, I got this big bonus for this job, because obviously there's a need for that job and people aren't filling the position, so they're enticing you with a bonus so that you can fill that position. Now, I chose medical on my list because I feel like medical is something that is going to be a lifetime job. There's always going to be people who need medical assistance. And when I say medical, I'm not talking about a 68 whiskey, which is a medic or a field medic. There are lots of other jobs out there that are medical, but not necessarily a medic. And I'm going to read you off the list of those jobs at the end of this, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The other job that I picked was military intelligence. There's always going to be a need for military intelligence, and that's a job that you can use on the outside if you so choose to not stay in the military and make it a career. You have those traits and those skill sets so that you can get you a great paying job on the outside. The same goes for IT and communications or computers. Computers is something that is the face of the future. So why not pick a job in computers that you're going to have a skill set that nobody can take away from you. And if you choose to get out the military in 5 years from now, you can get you a job doing something with computers, making some money. The other jobs that I picked were logistics. And the reason why I picked logistics or supply is because this job is a very good job for somebody who's organized, so somebody who wants to be admin. And you'll notice that I didn't put admin or secretary on my list because most people think of that as a female job, but I specifically picked logistics or supply because these jobs will give you a skill set that you can carry on with you, like I said, if you so choose to exit the military in 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. People are looking for somebody that is very meticulous. Doing something like supply or logistics, you're holding accountability for lots of items, thousands of items, items that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you can put on a resume that you're in charge of some type of big equipment that costs X amount of millions of dollars, and you kept up with it for the 3 years you were in this unit and you did an excellent job and nothing was lost, people are going to want to hire you for that. There are jobs out there, logistical jobs for the government, that people need somebody that they can count on and depend on, that is going to be meticulous, that is going to make sure that they take care of the equipment and the supplies. So that's why I chose those jobs. If you're looking for a job and you don't know where to start, go to GoArmy.com. GoArmy.com is a website for people who are looking for jobs, and they have the list of every single job that's available in the Army that you might be looking to choose, because you don't know what you don't know. And I always say, when I came in, I didn't know what there was to offer out there as far as jobs, and I wish I would have did my research. So I want you all, I challenge you all, if you're someone who's going in the military, go to GoArmy.com, check out the list of jobs that are available to you so that you can make a best informed decision on a job, and you can pick a job that is going to sustain you if you choose not to make the military career. You have gained a skill set that you can use long term, that you can get hired on some outside corporation and make some money. That's my goal to you. That's why I put these videos out, because I'm passionate. I'm passionate about people getting set up for success from the beginning. I don't want you to make the mistakes I made. I want you to know what's out there, know what's available to you, so that you can make a better informed decision. With that being said, there are jobs that I wouldn't do, because there are probably jobs that people don't want and they need people, so they give them bonuses. Or there are jobs that people just don't like, and in my opinion, they aren't female friendly jobs. Now, like I said, anybody can do any job. If you want to be that crew mechanic, if you want to be that sniper, if you want to work in the motor pool and change oil all day and change, you know, tires, go ahead. But it's not for me. Those are the things that I would look for in a job description that I would not necessarily pick for female if I was choosing for myself or for somebody else. Like I said, I don't know you, and I don't know what you like and what you don't like. But in my opinion, those nitty-gritty jobs, the jobs that they need people to do, the jobs that you get dirty in, the jobs that you're going to be out, you know what I mean, you're not in a fixed facility like medical or computers or logistics. You got to think past all the fluff. If I'm doing those jobs, I'm going to be in a building somewhere. Probably in air conditioning, because medicine can't be too hot and computers can't be kept too cold. And if you're managing lots of equipment, depending on what it is, it needs to be in a fixed facility too. If you're thinking about picking truck driver or, you know, crew mechanic or sniper or infantry or those type of jobs are outside jobs. Those type of jobs, you could be, you know, in the field. And when I say in the field, you away from home, you literally out in the field, sleeping in a tent and a sleeping bag, trying to get the job done. And if you have a family, for a female, if you have a family, those aren't the jobs you want to pick, because if you go to a unit that is going to the field every 30 days, which they could go to the field for 30 days, that means you're going to be away from your family for 30 days. That's why I wouldn't pick that job as a female. That's why I consider those jobs not female friendly jobs. Like I said, and I'm going to continue to say it in this video, anybody can do any job. But there are jobs, in my opinion, that are more female friendly than other ones. All jobs deploy. Anybody can do any job, but that's my list of that's my reasonings for picking the jobs that I picked. Okay guys, I have rambled on for far too long. I want to go ahead and end this video here, but I really wanted to put this video out there, because I just don't want people to be misinformed when they make a lifelong decision as something as joining the military, giving up a selfless service to fight for our country. I want you to know what you're getting yourself into. So that's it guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Make sure you check the description box below. I'm going to put that list of medical jobs in the description box below, because there are so many other things out there besides 68 Whiskey, which is a field medic. So check it out below guys. Bye.
Hey, if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, what are you waiting on? Go now.